Diabetes is a metabolic disease characterized by the increase of the body's blood sugar level due to its inability to produce sufficient amounts of insulin. When the body lacks insulin, the hormone primarily responsible for glycogen synthesis and storage in cells, glucose remains in the bloodstream, leading to several health problems including heart and kidney diseases. There are three types of diabetes: type 1, type 2, and gestational diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease in which the immune system of a patient attacks the B cells in the pancreas, where insulin is produced. This limits the pancreas' ability to make this hormone. The B cells of the pancreas are the only cells in the body capable of producing insulin. Therefore, if they are destroyed by antibodies, there will be no other source of insulin but exogenous supplementation with subcutaneous injections. Type 2 diabetes occurs when the body either becomes resistant to insulin or when it no longer produces enough insulin to regulate the blood sugar level. It is a condition primarily caused by tissue insensitivity. It is usually responsive with oral hypoglycemic agents. However, in the long run, B cells may be destroyed in the disease process, leading to the need of exogenous insulin as well. Type 2 diabetes most commonly manifests in adults and is responsible for 90% of all diabetes cases. This is caused by a diabetogenic lifestyle such as a sugar-rich diet, sedentary lifestyles, and highly stressful day-to-day activities. Gestational diabetes is a form of diabetes characterized by the increase of a pregnant female's blood sugar level. It is caused by hormonal changes brought about by the pregnancy and presents complications for both the mother and child, including an increased risk for type 2 diabetes when the child becomes an adult. Mothers who are detected to have gestational diabetes turn out to have type 2 diabetes or are at a greater risk for type 2 diabetes in the future. However, those who are not truly diabetic after pregnancy can still prevent being so.
In order to control their blood sugar levels, diabetics should follow a strict diet. An example of such is found below. The diet was specifically designed to provide diabetics with their nutritional needs, while at the same time, avoid food which may further aggravate their condition. Foods with high glycemic index were not included in the diet, as those would only increase the amount of glucose in their bloodstream. Foods rich in simple carbohydrates such as white rice and pasta are easily converted into glucose. Other examples of food with high glycemic index include baked pastries, potatoes, and even certain fruits, including watermelons, bananas, and grapes. Diabetics should also avoid consuming soft drinks as much as possible. One can of Coca-Cola contains 39 grams, or 9 teaspoons of sugar, whereas the maximum daily sugar intake should only be 25.
Instead of sourcing from starch and sugars, the diet takes energy from dietary fibers such as brown rice and whole grain bread found in more complex carbohydrates. These fibers provide the same amount of energy that the body needs and is not as easily converted into glucose as simple carbohydrates. Aside from this, the fibers also aid in the absorption of nutrients and filters toxins in the body. Protein-rich foods such as lean meat and dairy products are also found in the diet. Proteins perform a number of functions within the body, including creating new cells, transporting nutrients, and improving cell membrane integrity. For diabetics, proteins have the most minimal effect on blood sugar levels compared to other macronutrients due to the fact that they are not easily broken down into glucose. Another macronutrient that is helpful in maintaining a diabetic's health are unsaturated fatty acids, which are most commonly found in foods like avocados. They play a very crucial role in the creation of nerve cells and contain omega-3 fatty acids, which prevent heart diseases which may be brought about by diabetes. The diet also contains vitamin B-rich foods such as cheese, which are needed to fight off the effects of diabetes. One of the most common complications of diabetes is polyneuropathy, which may also be known as peripheral nerve damage. Vitamin B complex maintains the structural integrity of nerve fibers, which makes them less likely to deteriorate.
Diabetics must also take note that there are specific kinds of food in which they should include in their diet in order to prevent the complications brought about by the disease. An example of which are leafy green vegetables. people with diabetes have a lower vitamin C count than average, which results in a greater risk for anemia, gum disease, and skin problems. Vegetables such as spinach and kale are very rich in vitamin C, along with vitamins A, E, and K. Eating leafy green vegetables will reduce the risk for these complications and at the same time provide the body with lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants the body needs to prevent or protect the eyes from macular degeneration and cataracts, which are pretty much the other complications associated with diabetes. Diabetics should also include eggs as part of their diets. Aside from being able to provide the feeling of being full in between meals, eggs are effective in maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. They are able to reduce inflammations, improve insulin sensitivity, and even regulate the amount of HDL and LDL found in the body. Whether or not an individual has diabetes, being able to take care of one's health is a must. Though being conscious about one's diet does not sound very enticing, it will certainly do a lot of good in the long run. Your body is like a car. If you could only own one car for the entirety of your life, I'm pretty sure you take care of it very well. Same goes for your body. You'll only have one throughout your lifetime. To come to think about it, car is very valuable. It's very expensive, and you always have to maintain it in order for it to run properly. Same thing goes with your body. Thus, it is important to make sure that you stay healthy as always and get all the nutrients that your body needs. And thank you for listening.